Pastor Mboro is back up in the news. I wanted to talk about a particular story that came out about 2 weeks or so back. And I thought this story was interesting because it shows you, or it proves that social media and people who are mostly public figures, they like this idea of selling a certain idea of themselves or giving this idea of themselves. And then when you actually look in deep at what you were given or sold, you'll realize something is not making sense. Not long ago, and claimed that he has spent over 60 millis, 60 what? 60 millis on legal fees, church members, reputation, and 60 million. It has cost him 60 million bucks. Okay, everything else, well, it's thinking. I don't think he's lost members. That's just me. I don't think he's lost members. He's had those same numbers of people following him, and that looks like it continues to be the same number of people. I don't know. I don't know if he expects to kind of grow and blossom and become a bigger church. You had that before, right here. But it goes with this idea of public figures giving a certain image or a certain idea to the public that they want you to embrace, no matter how far-fetched it is. It's a reality show. The Daily Christian Commentary videos. If it's the first time over here, show, check out some other videos that are down in the pinned comments, and I'm going to check you out over there. So I want to make a comparison of this case that he's saying here. Now, bear in mind, Pastor Mboro's case has been going on for the last couple of months, but it has not been constant attendance and whatnot and all that kind of stuff. There was a brief period where he was in bail. I think he was there for 4 weeks or something like that. I want to show you something, and I want to make a comparison using this particular story. So it says that Mboro claims legal battle has cost him his church reputation and 60 mils. Okay, so this 60 million part, and then okay, it says he appeared in court March 25 and 2025, facing charges of kidnapping, trespassing, and possession of And then, speaking outside of the Palm Ridge in Ekurhuleni, Mboro lamented the severe personal and financial toll of the case, claiming it has cost him over 60 million in loss and church members, legal fees, and damages of reputation. Mboro claims that the charges are misunderstanding and from the beta or the custody and what. Yeah, the question concerning the custody battle is between the families, but the legal guardian at that point is the one who should have thingy. You can lose the case just on the basis of that. If the court recognizes that legal guardian was given to this person, it doesn't matter what you think. Where does the 60 million come from? Where does the 60 million come from? I thought, let me go and take a case that has been going or ongoing for over 15 to 20 years. Let's see how much has the legal damage been cost-wise pertaining thingy. And I wanted to use none other than Babu Jacob Zuma, a former president of South Africa. If you guys remember, this is an article that comes from January 2024, and it says Zuma consulting his lawyers over government's bid to recoup his defense in arms deal case. So the government is looking for its money from the money that was used. And if you actually read another article, actually tells the details. I'll go to that article just in a second. It says that the deal case, so the arms deal case, there looked like there were areas where the money was taken, and some of it was from government. It's public funds, and the government's been looking for that money. Okay, how much is it? Right, you come down. It says more accounts from 2018. order of the attorney recovering the money following the finding of the state wasn't liable to the cost of his thing, so he should be actually able to take on the case by himself. Right. You go on. The article says the spokesperson for the President's Foundation, okay, said that the former president was consulting his lawyers around the next steps after the presidency, and the state attorney this month approached the Pretoria High Court to bid for a recoup of 29 million. 29 million. If you actually look at this case, you go a little bit down, it states, it gives a little bit more detail. It says this is how much, he says that the state recouped between 2005 and 2019 for legal and association services on behalf of President Jacob Zuma. Okay, let's be very clear there. 29 million for a case that was running for over 15 years. Mboro is claiming a case of less than 6 months has cost him 60, double that amount. Interesting. Interesting. It's very interesting. 60 millis. See what? 60 millis the man them claims. Very interesting. I saw another article concerning the subject. It says the arms deal trial. This is an article that comes from 2021 in May, which was breaking down how the cost for this particular case. How costly was this? And it says that the arms deal trial sets to add to Zuma's massive legal bill. And it states over 600,000 at that particular period. Okay, this particular article here kind of like breaks a couple of things down around the addition concerning the trial actually continuing from there. So this 600 was actually just an added for when he was going back to court and the whole nine jazz. Now remember, that's the money, and then they tell you where the charges actually come from, for which he's been going to court over. Another article from Briefly here, it says that the state, here it kind of breaks down something else also. The Gupta family paid for Zuma's legal fees, but then they found, okay, the investigation showed that over 16 billion of state funds was used in in the Gupta enterprise, and so then they found some kuhuti which showed by their investigation that there was a certain amount of money that was actually paid for by some of the Guptas there. And so they state, actually, I was actually kind of like browsing the particular area where it says it. I think it's the next article, actually. The next article from the Citizen speaks about Zuma's indicate alleged over millions owed to government in legal fees. This was in 2024. This particular article breaks down nearly 29 million in his legal fees, and it breaks down how much was from thingy. So it says the amount sought from Zuma's 10 million, more than what the president initially claimed had been. So he had claimed it was lower, but it was actually much more than that. The total was almost 18 million, which was stated in a letter of demand and was based on a record of payments that could be traced at that particular stage. It tells you how, what, where, what not. Now, like I said, this was a case that was running for over 15 years. Multiple appearances in court, you name it, what. It's been going on for years. And the bill for that, right now, paid by state, paid by thingy. And bear in mind, you're defending the president here. Okay, you're not charging jump change here. There's proper chargings. That's there's proper charging. Probably charge double or something like that. And that bill is still not over 30 million. But Pastor Mboro says that this one cost him 60 million over a case of 6 months, 7 months, I think. From the time when I'm recording this, 7 months it's been in court. And it's not like he's appearing. Over the last couple of months, he's probably appeared a few times. Most of the time when he was appearing for the bail. He got the bail. He's done a couple of appearances. But it's not over the last 7 months. And he's saying that it has cost him 60 million. I find this goes back to that thing that I was saying earlier on. There's this thing where it's much easier to tell people what you want people to perceive you of or to perceive you as than just telling them what exactly is the truth. Personally, I don't buy it. That's me, personally. I don't buy that he spent 60 million. 60 what? 60. Huh? 60, you had 60 meals and you guys couldn't even buy a proper tent? Nah, come on. Let's stop. 60 meal. Come on, man. Come on. Zuma's case, 15 plus years. And the bill is 29 mil. 15 plus years. You're telling me a case less than 6 months with less appearances, really like 1 month. I think like maybe twice every month they've appeared so far. And you're telling me that come on. So some of the things that people say, some of these people, some of the things that they say, it's what they want you to perceive of them. It's what they want you to perceive of them. The truth might be a little bit, I do not buy that idea. No. If a 6-month case can cost you 60 million, we might as well all of us go to jail, just sit there. 60 million from where? Paying, who are you paying? 60 million. Like, did you hire Johnny Cockroach? Johnny Cockroach. What's his name? Johnny Cockroach. The guy that they say if you hire that guy, you are coming out of jail. Like, who did he hire? That cost him 60 million. That don't make no. But it goes back. The image that public figures want people to buy into versus the true image. Personally, I don't even think that's realistic. Yeah, period. I don't think that's realistic. Even if he was to state all the losses he's had, it would not count to 30 million. No. Nah. No ways. 60 million. 60 million. Like if you're saying, okay, my reputation is worth 10 million. How do you calculate that? How do you calculate my reputation is worth 30 million, 10 million? It's like, all it is just influence. It's influencer ideas. I get influencer vibes reading that whole thing. But yeah, tell me your thoughts down in the comments below. I know court is expensive, but 60 million? Nah, man, nah.